Another exciting day for us with the Pods here. A chance to add one of the best pitchers in the American League over the last 8 years.
The coaching staff's pumped. The guys are pumped. Great to have you as a Padre.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to be a Padre. I think the colors look phenomenal on me. That's just my opinion. I'm watching the moves that AJ's making. I mean, it's incredible the change and the willingness to win. This organization is ready to win now, and that's what attracted me to the San Diego Padres.
Has a chance to be a very happy summer for Hall of Fame announcer Dick Enberg, who joins us, does all the Padre games. We'll get to the Pods in a sec. Dick, welcome. How are you today, okay?
All right, Chris, I'm just musing here as to whether or not Abraham Lincoln, since this is his birthday, would have been a over-the-top right-hander. He would have been tall on the mound, that's for darn sure. And here I am on Lincoln's birthday talking with Chris Russo. Now, how does that get in the same sentence?
You stole it from me, and I did know it was we were going to do that as the turn back time thing. Dick, it's been a bad week for college basketball. You are the voice of college basketball for so many years. Tarkanian yesterday, Dean, of course, on Monday. You broadcast many a game of both. Let me get a sentence or two out of you with the passing of those two icons in college basketball first. Go ahead.
Well, they left their footprint and their genius on the game. There's no question about it. At a time where, especially for Tarkanian, he was so much like Al McGuire, they could do things and challenge the establishment and go their own way and win a national title. And, of course, Dean Smith was, in my day, the closest coach to John Wooden that I encountered in that era. They were so much alike in that regard. And when you think about Tarkanian and Dean Smith on a line, one would be way over at the left-hand side of that long line, and the other would be as far away in terms of personality and character stability as you could be. But they both were highly successful. And Tarkanian, because of some of the doubts about his integrity, doesn't get the full credit that he deserved. He took tough kids and made them great players. The measure of any coach, especially in basketball, is how does his team play defense? And when you look at the great defensive teams, all you got to do is look at the bench, and you've got a great coach there.
Yeah, and very, very indeed. I was going to ask you about that UNLV North Carolina Final Four game in Atlanta in 1977. Dean won 84-83, O'Corn had 31. You did the first game of that doubleheader, I believe, UNC Charlotte and Marquette, while Kirk Gowdy did the second game of that. Am I correct on that, Dick, or not?
That's exactly. Your memory is perfect. And then we shared the mic. Gowdy was the play-by-play man on Monday night when Marquette beat North Carolina by 8 points, and I was able to come in and offer a thought or two along with Billy Packer. I understand that you've been talking with Packer, and we as you know, I wrote a one-man, one-act play about Al McGuire, and it was performed here in San Diego the last two nights to a rousing standing ovation. I was thinking about one of the lines in there when Al McGuire talks about Billy Packer and how they would always argue. If one would say green, the other would say red. One would say black, the other would say white. And McGuire's line was, arguing with Packer was like pushing a rope.
Now, you know what? You're going to have a fun summer. A.J. Preller, my goodness. Here come the Padres. Oh, my!
I am really going to be a good announcer this year.
You sure are. Boy, how about San Diego and all these phenomenal moves? What a job they've done. And here's Shields there, Dick, who lands in the Padres' lap the last few days, huh?
It's amazing. And, it's in the off-season, as baseball fans, we all love to play the game. What about next year? What if the kid doesn't have a sophomore slump? What if that rookie is really what we think he might be? What if the veteran will come back with a new pitch? It's, the corner of hope and expectation, and the Padres and a lot of teams are walking on that street of hope. You open the box and all there is in there is a lot of ifs. Well, once you turn the corner, the box of expectation, there are not many ifs in there, mostly real deals. And now Kemp, Upton, Myers, Norris, Middlebrooks, and James Shields. Oh, what a season. The Padres are contenders.
Now, are you a little worried about expectation, Dick? You've been around baseball a long time. I remember those old Angels had a summer once or a winter once when Bobby Grich came and Carew came, and it took them a while. I mean, sometimes expectations can overwhelm a team. How about that for San Diego in 2015?
Well, I'd rather have it this way than the other, where you don't have any names to
yeah,
talk
that's
about.
true, too. Yeah.
Last year and the last several years, the Padres, when they were down a couple of runs in the 8th inning, you tried to build hope in your telecast. Coming up will be so-so and so-and-so, and only 2 to tie, and in your heart you knew they had no chance to tie or take a lead, and only rarely did they come from behind. Now you're down 4-2 in the 8th inning, and hey, hang around, a walk and one swing, and the Padres are back in it with, I'm going to call them that, it's such a right-handed loaded lineup now with all these acquisitions and a lot of power. And, our beautiful ballpark at Petco, that left field corner has the Western Metal Supply Company, the 100-year-old brick building. I'm going to call these guys the Brick Busters.
There you go. Why not? It's funny, too. San Diego has been, they got the All-Star game in a year or so. I mean, they are probably been dying to root for a big-time baseball team again. How about fan enthusiasm as far as the city is concerned, Dick? You've been here a long time in the last couple months. What can you tell me?
This is people forget that San Diego is the most provincial market of all 30 Major League teams. When you talk about the Minnesota Twins, you're talking about the state of Minnesota, the Dakotas and surrounding. Michigan they're not the Detroit Tigers, they're Michigan Tigers. Well, San Diego has 2 Major League teams to the north. They've got desert to the east, water to the west, and 15 miles from the Mexican border. We in San Diego, we have to be proud of what we have and cheer it in a rousing manner, because it's just us. And when the teams are good, they come out. I ducked my head into the marketing department yesterday after the presentation of James Shields in the press conference, and they said that the last 3 days have been record days, and
wow.
they have sold more tickets at this point, and we're 6 weeks away from opening day, than all of last year. So the crowds are going to be bigger. There's going to be, instead of 22, there's going to be 32, and I think the crowds are going to push this team. And Shields even mentioned that yesterday in the press conference, that he's eager to see the 10th man. He saw what effect it had in Kansas City the last couple of years, and he hopes that'll come with the Padres, and I think it will.
And if you are in Peoria, folks, say the first 3 or 4 days in March, and you want to run into Dick, you better get to the ballpark early. There'll be an exhibition game at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Dick will be working on his rosters at 8 a.m. and down at the batting cages at 9 a.m. Is that correct, Dick, or not?
That's the best time of the year, spring training and everything. Everyone thinks they're going to win. Everyone's tied for first place. You get to meet the new players. You get to rub shoulders with baseball. I mean, when it's in your DNA, there's nothing better than getting up early and being on a ball field with the great players of the game.
Good job, Dick. Thank you. Have a good year. We'll go talk soon. Appreciate it today.
All right, Chris. Take care.